up, you guys? MK Marco here with your WWE Talk. So this was Monday Night Raw, October 7th, and this was the first Monday Night Raw where it's now back to 2 hours. So much happened in 2 hours. It's a lot to talk about, so we're gonna dive right in and get down to business. Start up the night, we got CM Punk cutting in with a promo post Bad Blood. You can see he's very banged up. He's limping inside the stadium, and you could tell he is just done. Brought out a lot of energy during Hell in the Cell at Bad Blood, and he comes in and basically he's questioning himself. He basically let out a side of him that wasn't him, and basically he's gonna take time off to reevaluate. Since he's so banged up pretty bad, he needs time off to recover because this was an intense match that happened, and he's gonna take all the time he needs. As he's leaving, we get Seth freaking Rollins, who comes back and is giving him the look, and oddly enough he doesn't bother him, so he just lets him walk out of the stadium, and you see Seth Rollins in his basically a knockoff Shield gear, so who knows where that's going. And then now we have Seth Rollins cut a promo and basically is saying that he is gonna come after CM Punk when he's finished recovering. Who knows how long that recovery is gonna be, and clearly we're gonna get the unfinished feud because both of them have unfinished business. And as of course, as you recall, last year at Survivor Series, CM Punk came back after almost a decade of being out of WWE, and he was the first one that was very disappointed and started that feud. But now we're gonna see this feud continue, but before he can continue with this feud, he has to finish his feud with Bronson Reed. As y'all remember, Bronson Reed took out Seth Rollins by tsunami, and he was out for 2 months. We all thought he was gonna be out for the rest of the year, and then he made his return at the last Monster Standing match with Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman, and helping Braun Strowman get the win. So now we're gonna get this feud continued. Next up, we have the first match of the night. Jey Uso is retaining his Intercontinental Championship against Xavier Woods. Match starts off, it's a pretty good intense match, ends with of course the Yeet Man himself retaining the championship, and obviously at this point it's pretty clear as day Xavier Woods is a fucking heel, and we all know it and we can't deny it anymore. He's officially gone heel, doesn't really respect Jey anymore. I mean, he keeps losing. We all called it. Xavier wasn't gonna win. And of course, Kofi, having mad respect for Jey, shakes his hand, and even Jey was being respectful towards Xavier Woods because he did put up a good fight. But of course, Xavier is letting all this anger build up, so walks out of the ring, and all of a sudden we get Braun Breaker come back. We all thought he was gonna turn babyface, but we all knew it was a damn lie. A lot of people called it. At first I was a little surprised because I thought he was turning face, but clearly it was all an act. There was all part of a diabolical plan, because originally it was hinting that he wanted to go after Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, which he is capable of doing, but clearly he has some unfinished business with Jey, wanting to get his IC title back, and then ends up going after Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston was defending Xavier Woods and defending Jey as well. So now we got this match next week with Braun Breaker and Kofi Kingston. We cut a promo with Rhea Ripley. Clearly she is not done with Liv Morgan, as we all saw the terrible ending at Bad Blood where the match was ended in a DQ. Raquel came to help Liv retain, and honestly it was the most underwhelming thing. Obviously it was leaked, so everybody knew Raquel was returning. Everybody kept saying on the internet that Raquel was returning, and now she is back, and now Rhea is more mad than ever, and she's gonna be coming after both of them. So clearly this feud is not over. We were all really hoping this feud was going to end, but obviously this feud is going to continue for we don't know how long, and it's already been leaked that next week we are going to get a tag team match with Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton versus Raquel and Liv. The fact that Tiffany Stratton coming in, I mean, it makes pretty much a lot of sense because we have Crown Jewel around the corner, and Nia's gonna go against Liv, which honestly, that is the worst match ever. That would be the worst match ever. Nia is strong. Liv obviously would probably end up cheating, but even at that, that is a really bad match, and honestly, we need a better contender for Nia Jax because Liv ain't it. I'm sorry, it is just not it. So we'll see what happens next week on that tag team match. Who knows? Like, I feel like the only possible logic this will go very smoothly is if Tiffany Stratton cashes in, and it's been building up for her cash in, so we're gonna see what happens with that. And then speaking of Liv Morgan, her and Dominic show up. I'm pretty much going out of order at this point. Since we're on the topic of Rhea, we're gonna get on the topic topic of Liv now. Liv, Dom, and Raquel all show up to Monday Night Raw, but it was very earlier during the day, and we see Raquel is a chauffeur, and oh my god, this promo honestly made me cringe because it was embarrassing. Liv Morgan is giving off high school teenage popular girl vibes with the quote-unquote hot boyfriend and then the muscle friend. Like, honestly, for a return like this for Raquel, you would want more from her, but instead she's being a fucking chauffeur and a bodyguard for the Women's World Championship. This is embarrassing as fuck, to be honest, and making Raquel look bad. Like, honestly, I could see Raquel turning on them and going for the title herself, which as she should, because she is a great performer and a great wrestler. And the fact that they're making her look like this, like, this is embarrassing and very cringe. Now back to kind of the order. We have R-Truth come out confronting The Miz because he's still confused about the whole situation that happened between them at their tag team match. Obviously, we could see Karrion Kross is like gotten into Miz's head, and R-Truth is confronting The Miz, saying that he seems confused, that he thinks he's in the Judgment Day still, which is why The Miz went after him when clearly we all knew it was on purpose, and The Miz admitted he did it on purpose. So now he's going off on him, saying he gets him all these matches and that's not what he wanted, and then he's like, okay, you know what, you want a match, so now next week we're getting R-Truth versus The Miz one-on-one. So that's gonna be pretty interesting to see. Poor R-Truth though, like, I feel bad for him. But during this segment with The Miz, we see a Wyatt 6 promo tease in, so from what it's looking like, the Wyatt 6 is going after The Miz, and I don't know how this ties in. I'm probably lost. Like I said in my last video recapping Bad Blood, I just got back into WWE recently. I've been catching up as much as I can, so right now I'm kind of lost on why the Wyatt 6 would go after The Miz. So if y'all have thoughts on that, please fill me in. Also, to every one of y'all, like, if I'm lost on anything, please fill me in. I'm catching up, I'm doing this as I go, but so far I've gotten pretty much the gist of everything at this point. Now we got the Donnybrook match with Sheamus and Pete Dunne. Honestly, this was an intense match. I mean, I hope that this feud is finally over and we got Sheamus for the win, and honestly, them being on the barrels with how high it was and landing on that table, god, like, I was like at the edge of my seat, to be honest. But overall, very good match. Sheamus taking the win. And then we have Cody Rhodes making an appearance on Raw to scope out the competition, because as we saw at Bad Blood, they made the announcement for Crown Jewel that basically title winners are going to be going up against each other. Hence, I talked about earlier with Nia Jax and Liv. Basically, we're going to get a Cody Rhodes and a Gunther. Honestly, that's actually pretty dope. But before getting into this, we were very like, who's going to win? We all predicted that Gunther would retain. Some people that Sammy was going to win, and it would have been kind of cool to see Cody and Sammy face off against each other. But like Cody said, he was there basically to scope out the competition to see what he'll be going up against. And then we have our little NXT cameo that happened. So we had our 10-woman tag team match with Pure Fusion Collective, Unholy Union, and the team of Lyra Valkyria, Natalia, Zelina Vega, Kaden Carter, and Katana Chance, and Lyra taking the win. Not gonna lie, I kind of was distracted, but I saw the win. So yeah, get into our main event: Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Champion. This match honestly was incredible. I was at the edge of my seat the whole time. I'm just shocked of how well Sami's doing. He was taking a lot of hits. He took so many Gunther chops. Oh my god, like, I was very in shock that Sami was going through with this, because like, he was really giving it his all and he was trying to prove himself. But of course, Gunther retained, and then we get a little one-on-one face-off with Cody Rhodes and Gunther before it ends. Now officially that we will have Cody and Gunther at Crown Jewel on November 2nd. Overall, I thought this was a really good Raw. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thank y'all for checking this out, and I'll see y'all again when we cover SmackDown.